Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. And life is good, man. Anyway, let's get right to it. You saw the thumbnail. Change your embouchure, no sweat. No sweat. Some guys, oh God, the horror stories that I could tell you about changing the embouchure, that I read about changing the embouchure only because the trumpet teacher has no idea what they're doing. Anyway, let me honk a little bit. I haven't played yet today, so we'll see what we got. Some hellacious double C's, a little hiding, and we are off to it. Forgive me, gotta eat lunch. I'm running late. Seven bananas, 20 dates, and a handful of kale. Absolutely delicious. That's my lunch. It's about, I don't count calories. It's absolutely silly. 1,000 calories maybe. Doesn't matter. That is for a subject for the other video. Anyway, when I was in college, the horror stories about changing somebody's embouchure. And I will say this, Vacchiano and Mel never changed an embouchure. They changed a mouthpiece. Okay? Jerry pretty much always changed an embouchure. Okay? Whatever. But so many conventional teachers that have no idea what they're doing. Just change embouchures for no reason. Many times for no reason. Most of the time, it is a kid that is not playing very well, and they don't know how to fix it. So they're like, oh, he's playing on the red on his top lip. We got to get a bigger mouthpiece. We got to change the embouchure. And the kid goes back to playing G whole notes, like he's in 4th grade. Just a college kid. Okay? And sometimes, the guys play great. But, their horn angle, we got to change that. Guys, they have no idea what they're doing. None. Absolutely none. Now, I change embouchures every single day of my life. Okay? No horror stories whatsoever. None. Now, here's the deal. I've said this before, but I don't believe what we do with Jerry is nothing more than a tweak. It is not going to render you helpless. It is absolutely not. And if it does render you helpless to the point that you can't even make a note or you can only play one note, you're doing something wrong. The tone will tell you. The tone will tell you. Now, if I change your tongue position, if I change your mouthpiece, if I whatever, yes, you might lose a note or two on the top. You absolutely for a little while. Okay? But the point is, if you're playing correctly and you lose a note or two at the top, that means you weren't playing that note or two at the top correctly. Okay? So it may have been functional for you. That doesn't mean it's right. Okay? For the longest time, I was considered a double C guy. They weren't right. There was a good 10 years where I was playing double Cs. Been hired to play double Cs in the whole 9 yards. They weren't right. So he said, don't worry about it. Just practice. Nobody knows except you and I. And when there was, 2 double C's written, in Ben Vereen's book that I played with, actually they were B flats. Squeak them. Everybody thinks you're wonderful, and don't worry about it. Just don't do it a lot. Get back to the happy zone. Okay? Now, here's the deal. Again, the tone will tell you. And I have used the term tweak how many times in videos? How many? It should not render you helpless. Will it feel uncomfortable? Absolutely. If you're not doing it this way, it will feel uncomfortable. That is why professionals are very, very hesitant to come and change the mouthpiece, change this, because they have to play that night. Now, I'll tell you what, over this COVID, I don't use names because they don't want anybody to know that they're scuffling with their chops. But I have some of the greatest trumpet players in the world right here on Skype, right here in the studio. If I gave you names. Why? During COVID? Because they had time where they weren't under the gun, where they could clam, where they could miss the high note for a couple days, whatever. Now, how long does it take to make this? Guys, it is my understanding, because the tongue position I feel is correct. Okay? Not optimal, not does better, correct. It's very, very easy to get comfortable with the tongue position. Very easy. A couple days you can't go back. It feels so good. Okay, especially if you're using a Calet 1SB. Anything other than a Calet mouthpiece, everything I'm saying, all bets are off. Okay? Now, where was I? Okay. Yes, you will clam notes because it doesn't feel right. And a lot of guys will be very, very hesitant to make the first attack because it feels so awkward. I say, no, and that's so common. I can't believe they got to sit up, gee, that doesn't feel right. So they just hesitate to try to make it feel like they did before and flip. No, pop it. Pop. If you clam it, no problem. Pop it. And it comes right back. Comes right to them. And they can hear every single person. Every single person can hear the benefits immediately. Immediately. We throw in a little SFE, throw in a little kettlebell. Guys, it's immediate. Okay? Now, most professionals don't take a lesson every week. So they take a lesson, I got it. Then a month later, they came back and, no, they don't got it. They got off. They got off. Very easy to do. Very easy to do. But as long as I'm here and not allowing you to play incorrectly, an embouchure change is not a big problem. Not at all. The fact of the matter is, your tone, power, and endurance, maybe just tone and power, will be better immediately. So if you went to me on a Monday and then went to your band on Tuesday with the new chops, everybody said, what the heck are you doing? You sound great. Okay? Now the range and endurance may take a little longer to come. Okay? That's fine. But it will come. When the tone and the power are increased, it's easier to play those notes. And there goes the range both ways. Okay? A embouchure change should not throw you for a loop. It should not render you helpless for months, years. And the thing about these embouchure changes, guys, they're just, these teachers are just guessing. They cannot in any way, shape, or form guarantee you a year later that it's going to be the problem. It's going to fix the problem. They can't guarantee that. I can. Absolutely anybody. I can give you more tone, power, range, and endurance almost immediately. Tone and power immediately. How many times, everybody study with me, I stop on Skype, wave stop. Did you hear that? You hear that? Yeah, it's much stronger. Yeah, you sound like a different player. In 30 seconds. You should not go back to the 4th grade. and not be able to play a G in the staff? That's wrong. It's wrong. Guys, I have kids that have never played before, that in 1 hour are playing double C's. To go back to nothing is wrong. Is wrong. Okay? And if you have a teacher that's trying to do that to you, if you're a college kid, you're kind of screwed. What I would suggest you do, you know what? That's for another video. That's for another video. We'll try it tomorrow. Okay? Anyway, guys, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.